Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2021. The album, Hot Girl Summer. Just like Jaclyn Hill. Dad! AF! New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. How are you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday. You made it halfway through the week. Welcome to drama class. I have my lesson plan right here. I really do though. I have 4 points plus at the end it says test right here. Do not cheat, okay? And I have 3 questions for a test at the end of it. Anyway, do you have your Trapper Keeper? Do you have your number 2 pencil, okay, that you're gonna need for the Scantron test at the end of this? And you better be paying attention, I'm telling you right now, and taking notes, because like I said, there's a test. There's 3 questions at the end of this drama video to see if you guys have been paying attention. So anyway, let's get into today's video. Before I do, I need some lip gloss. Where is it at? When your lips are dry as mine. Big Brother starts tonight. I cannot wait. Oh my God. Then it's Luna Beauty time. I think Jaclyn Hill needs me to sing her a little song. What should I sing for her new release? Lip oils, we all need lip oils. No, that doesn't really work. Anyway, I'm not as excited about the lip oils as I am about this, but I do like a good lip oil, so I might have to order those from Jaclyn Hill. Speaking of Jaclyn Hill, let's get right into the Jaclyn Hill drama today. So Jaclyn Hill released a video today explaining what her hot girl summer is gonna be, which is interesting to me because when you go over to Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, their link is HAUTE, Tropics, okay, which I guess is the name of the release. But then when you go over to Jaclyn's video, it's a play on words, it's Hot Girl Summer. So I guess it's kind of cute, isn't it? But anyway, so I went over and I watched all 19 minutes of this video, and Jaclyn's very excited about her PR box release. As am I, because I'm sure I'll be getting one of those. Now, you know how I feel. I don't want any PR, thank you. But anyway, so she said at the beginning of this is a limited edition, and she said something to the effect of, like, you know, I'm really sad that this is a limited edition, but then don't make it a limited edition, girl. I mean, aren't you the boss CEO of the world? If you don't want it to be a limited edition, don't make it a limited edition. Jaclyn Hill is the queen of limited edition cosmetics, right? So when she said that, I kind of was like, girl, seriously. So she goes in and she talks about how this will be on Jaclyn.com and it'll be at Morphe, but it will not be at Ulta. And I kind of assumed from what she was saying, there were actually a lot of people in the comments that were asking, like, why isn't this going to be at Ulta, blah, 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 whatever. And she didn't really address why it won't be at Ulta. I think she said something to the effect of because it's like a limited edition product, but there will be more products coming at Ulta down the road, but she didn't really get into any more of it than that. I will tell you this, that I know that, like, Jaclyn has taken some criticism about, like, the stuff at Ulta and whatever. Every time I have gone into Ulta and I have asked the people that work there, they say that Jaclyn's stuff sells like hotcakes. It's going like hotcakes in here. People are loving Jaclyn Hill's products at Ulta. So, I mean, I don't think her not putting this product in there has anything to do with Ulta being upset with Jaclyn. I don't think it has anything to do with that because I do think that she's a big seller at Ulta. I think that it has to do with the fact that it's a limited edition thing. It may be something that she had some contract with Morphe to sell exclusively at Morphe, whatever, I don't know. So anyway, in her collection, she's got a couple different things. She's got lip oils, 4 of them, 4 putty highlights, cream bronzers in 5 shades, blah, blah, blah. She does go in there, interestingly enough, and I don't know if she did this to kind of get ahead of the criticism or not, but she goes in there and talks about shade ranges, referring to the bronzers, and she's like, you know, I think it's really important to have this open conversation, blah, 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 about shade ranges, and please, if you have, you know, if you feel like I didn't hit the mark on this, then please, you know, tweet me or DM me and whatever. Now you know what's going to happen, okay, is when people start tweeting to Jaclyn Hill and they're like, your shade range is not good enough, she's going to say, all I ever get is hate. No, girl, you open the door to that conversation, and it is an important conversation to be having, okay? So, I mean, I was glad that she said something about it in the video, but I'm like, let's see if Jaclyn can be as open about this shade range discussion as she is opening the discussion, right? But anyway, the products look pretty. She seems very, very excited about them. I think it's going to be a smooth release for her. She's had several good releases, you know, in the last 2 years or so, or last year, I guess. So anyway, that's Jaclyn's response, or that's Jaclyn's release, and you can go over there and you can see her do her swatches and whatever. It was kind of nice watching this video, and to see Jaclyn kind of get back to like the old Jaclyn that I had watched and known forever, you know. And I have to say, as somebody that, like, I like Jaclyn Hill. Like, I like watching her Instagram stories. I think they're fun. I love watching her with Jordan. I love Jordan's channel, More Seasoning. You know, I kind of wish Jaclyn would start a vlog channel where she just, and I think it would do very, very well, where she just showed herself, like, hanging out with her nieces or doing their makeup, or, you know, she was hanging out with Jordan and they were cooking in the kitchen, or she just was going out to dinner with Jordan or getting ready with Jordan or whatever. I think that Jaclyn Hill has been so kind of hard on herself through the years. And I know people are like, Jaclyn's a liar, Jaclyn's this, blah, 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 whatever. But I think she's very hard on herself. And so she believes that she has to have a very specific kind of video to go up on her channel, when I don't think that's the case. And if you look at the videos that she's had over there where she's done some other kind of things, they've done very, very well, you know. But it was nice to see Jaclyn back in this kind of role of showing these products that she's excited about. And she talked about the photo shoot, and the photo shoot was beautiful, even though I did refer to it as the Conjuring 5 in my video yesterday. Well, her eyes were a little possessed, I thought. But other than that, I mean, it was a beautiful photo shoot, and she's very excited about it. So fingers crossed that this release will go off without a hitch for Jaclyn, and all the products will be released on July 13th. So that's the first thing to talk about. The second thing is Miss Hot Tati. Tati Westbrook is back in town, and she's complaining again. Already, she ain't even been back for a full month, and she's already complaining. So I went over to Tati's. Well, first of all, I have to tell you what happened. I was on the Instagram last night, you know, as I do. And if you go over to my Instagram, I'm like always posting pictures of monkeys and orangutans and stuff like that, because I'm like reading all these books about it and all these articles and anyway, so, but I also post a lot about me and my husband and my dogs and things like that. Me hanging out with my good Judy Tanya Jean, having fountain pops. So you should go follow my Instagram, because it's a lot of fun. It's real exciting. So anyway, I was over there, you know, as I do, just rolling through, seeing what's going on the Instagram. I do kind of like Instagram, because it's like, of all the social media things, it's like the one that's like the least toxic, I think. You know, well, that's not true. Goodreads. Goodreads, where I go over there and I talk about what books I'm reading, or I, you know, when I do a reading challenge every year over in the Goodreads. I do love the Goodreads, and it's totally not problematic at all. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. There has been quite a few authors over there that aren't very happy about the reviews that they've received on their books. But other than that, there's not a lot of drama. There's drama in every community. I know y'all can't believe it. You're like, really? Even in the slot community? Yes, there's a lot of drama in the slot community, and I do watch those videos. But anyway, I was rolling through the Instagram, and at the top, I saw, Peter Brady. Anyway, at the top, if you're my age, you'll get that reference. At the top, I noticed that Hot Tati was up there, and I was like, oh, she's putting out stories, she's been tweeting, she's putting out videos. Tati, I think, was like, I'm just going to come back, and I'm going to put this video out, and I'm going to address the things the best that I can, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to start putting videos out again. I'm going to do what I love. And, you know, in the last year of me speculating between, like, well, is she going to put this big tell-all out, or what is she going to do, blah, 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 whatever, you know? And I've kind of gone back and forth. I gave her glowing praise on her video back, and I really did enjoy that video back. And to be honest with you, I like Tati, and I'm happy that Tati is back. I really like Tati. And and my prayer for Tati is that she stays out of drama, that she stays away from the beauty community, not the beauty community in general, but like that she stays away from these toxic influencer type people in the beauty community. I think y'all know who I'm talking about. And that she just does her thing and does what she loves. And I think that she'll continue to stay happy and put out videos that people are loving. And that's what I'm hoping for her. There were some side conversations about Tati, you know, basically excusing behaviors away from the people that she hung around. And I think maybe her response in the video to that was, I'm done with all those people. Like, I'm not protecting them. I'm not saying what they did was right or wrong. I'm done with those people. I don't want them in my life anymore, and I'm moving on, right? So I think it's interesting in all this discussion about Tati and what she was going to do when she came back. I think she made the wisest choice. I really do. She came out in a video and She answered the questions people wanted to know to the best that she could, and then she just kept it moving, you know, kept it moving. And I think it was very, very smart from a businesswoman's point of view. I'll have the businesswoman special. The amount of people that knew Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion. It's such an iconic movie. How can you not know that? I don't think I've said iconic in a really long time. But anyway, you know, I think it was such a smart business move, but I also think it's a smart move as far as making her happy. So anyway, she put out this Instagram, so I didn't realize that she was doing Instagram stories again, okay? And I saw that she had put this Instagram story up, so here you go.
Are we even on planet Earth anymore? Okay, so we're back to me complaining just a little bit about the filter situation, because I love a good, like, smooth me out, like, it's the end of the day, I could use a little color filter or something like that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time, like I'm having face dysmorphia from just going through, like, not even like searching for filters, but the top ones that are recommended on IG. Wow, you step away from social, like all social. I was not doing stories, snapping, nothing for so long, and I'm back and I'm like, is my face still okay? Or I don't know. It's just a little much, right? I mean, this filter is called No Makeup. I kind of like this one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them are totally ridiculous and make me feel actually not better about myself, but let me know, what are your favorite IG filters that actually are cute and not scary and bad for your self-esteem, you know what I'm saying?
So there you have it. Tati complaining about the Instagram filters. I had to put that in there. I had to. Because if she had never said it, I would never have put this in the video. But she said, you know, I know I'm complaining again. And I'm like, yes, girl, you gave me a title for a video. Thank you, Miss Tati. But anyway, so what are your favorite Instagram filters? I don't usually use those filters over there. I was just thinking about maybe doing a video where I use like all the filters where I'm talking about drama and something like, you know. But anyway, so I hope you paid attention to that hot Tati video. Speaking of drama, can we talk about Miss KathleenLights for a second? Woo! I think she found her calling, okay? Let me tell you something, and I'm not talking about her Christian calling. She's not a Christian! Gargoyles, devils, Ouija boards. No, Tati, no! Not that kind of calling, okay? I'm talking about, I think Miss KathleenLights found her calling doing these mukbang drama videos. Did you see this video that she put out yesterday? Okay, I can't remember what it's called. It's called, in the title, it has the word drama on it. It's like eating and addressing drama or something. First of all, she made me so hungry, okay? So she got all this stuff from BW3's. Now, I don't go there because I'm a vegetarian and they have chicken wings and stuff like that. But she was getting this cauliflower stuff, which I had just had at this restaurant here in Indianapolis called District Tap. And it was like cauliflower that tastes like chicken wings. And I'm like, KathleenLights, you invited me. You should have invited me over, my lord. I was just in Miami. I would surely, and don't call me Shirley, I would surely sit down with KathleenLights and make a video talking about drama had she asked. But she didn't, and I digress. So anyway, I watched this video with KathleenLights yesterday. Did you guys see it? Okay, I gotta pull up the title because it was so funny to me what she did. So, KathleenLights, hold on a second, oh shoot, if I get out of this, I can't. Anyway, her title is called something eating and talking about drama, YouTube drama or something like that, right? And she's got a picture of, I think it's like Bryce Hall from Tik Tok and Austin McBroom, like their boxing match. And then she's got like the Gabbie Hannah thing, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, she's got a couple different pictures and it's like her in the middle. And so I'm like, what is this? She's gonna spill the KathleenLights, girl, welcome to the tea community. Welcome to the tea channel community. What do I know? I'm just a tea channel. That was my favorite line in my video yesterday about Gabbie Hannah. Anyway, so she goes in and she's eating and she's talking about all this food that she's eating and she's like basically making me so hungry, right? And then she goes in and she talks about these boxers and she's talking about how she doesn't really watch YouTube anymore. And girl, let me just tell you something, okay? She don't hold back about Austin McBroom of the Ace family, and I think that we could all admit that he is probably one of the allegedly scammiest YouTubers out there in the entire world. You know what I mean? So anyway, I mean, I don't even know why people follow him anymore, except for that he's like the most problematic person in the world. When you get to the point where you really don't care what you're putting out there in the world, like that says so much about your just like need for mass amounts of money, and that you're willing to basically just like sell all your morals and ethics, just like, you know, it's sad, but at the same time, it's just absolute buffoonery, foolery to watch. So anyway, she goes in, she talks about Austin McBroom for a second, and she don't hold back. I mean, she says she doesn't like him, right? And then she goes in, and she talks about Bryce Hall, who she equally doesn't really care for from TikTok, but she says she doesn't watch YouTubers anymore, she mostly watches TikTokers. So she's talking about this whole thing with Austin McBroom owning the company that they have the boxing match for. It's called something like Silver Gloves Boxing or something. I don't know what it's called or whatever, right? And so, and I have to just tell you, this is on the heels of me just having this long conversation, okay, with my good Judy Tanya Jean about Erica Jane and how her husband was siphoning that money through her company, and then she just left him in the middle of the night. Tanya Jean, we drove around for an hour last night. She's talking about, I said, girl, this is why we need to start a podcast talking about them Real Housewives, because this is, people think we have these deep intellectual conversations, and Tanya Jean and I are driving around, we're having conversations about Erica Jane and Tom Girardi, you know? So anyway, and then a little bit of Lisa Rinna, because you know her daughter's dating Scott Disick. Anyway, that whole, I do not understand. Okay, I do not understand, and I know Courtney does not love it, but why do they keep this man around that is like Courtney's ex from 10 years ago? I mean, I don't get it, okay? And they are nicer to Scott Disick than they are to Courtney. I really don't understand, but this is a whole other video. This is where people are like, please, Peter, talk about pop. I'm thinking about coming on here 2 to 3 times a week and just talking about pop culture issues. No YouTuber drama, none of that boring BS, you know what I mean? But just coming on here and talking about like the Real Housewives and the Kardashians, but they're gone now. Nobody care about them. Anyway, so anyway, she's talking about all this. She's talking about this boxing match and whatever, and then she's talking about how, I mean, she lays into this Bryce Hall, and she's talking about how he just like gets his ass beat, basically. Oh my God, 25 cents for the co-star. See, KathleenLights, what you're doing to me? You're making me cuss, my God. So anyway, and so she goes in, she's talking about this boxing match, and she is like making them both look like a bunch of fools, okay? She just lays into them, it's so funny, and then she goes in this whole thing, and basically, okay, she lets Gabbie Hanna have it without letting Gabbie Hanna have it, okay? Now, I don't know if KathleenLights grew up around a lot of drag queens, or she knows how to read somebody for filth, or she knows what shade is, okay? But she shades Gabbie Hanna so bad in this video. I mean, it is unbelievable. She don't even mention her name. She doesn't even, girl, she don't even say her name. She doesn't even say her name. And she shades her so bad. She goes in and talks about how her and Jessie Smiles are the best of friends, and Jessie is like the nicest person in the world, and everybody, there's not one person, she goes, there's not one person that wouldn't agree with that statement. And then she pauses, and then she goes on, and I'm like, except for Gabbie Hanna, but girl, she don't pay her no mind. And she's talking about how she wishes Jessie Smiles would move back to Miami and all this kind of stuff. It was such a fantastic video. I'm like, hey, Kathleen, bravo to you for A, getting on video and being so effing real. Oh my God, she's making me do it left and right. Being so real, okay, about your opinions about drama, because it's just like, I don't know. It's so watered down anymore. And if you say opinion that somebody doesn't like, and then you got to be all worried about it. And I try so hard not to do that. And then I say something that I really think, and people come over here and they go, oh, you really missed the mark on this one. It's my opinion. How do y'all miss your mark on an opinion? It's my opinion. You can't miss your mark. You can't miss the mark on your opinion, okay? It's your opinion. And my opinion can change in 5 seconds flat, too. Somebody can show me something, I can go, oh, I never had thought of it that way. Like if somebody had said to me, did you ever think of KathleenLights as the drama channel? I'd say, sure, no, I sure never did think of her that way. I think of her as a beauty influencer and all this kind of stuff. You know, she's been a little problematic in the past. I think I maybe had to make 1 or 2 videos about her. But, you know, like she hadn't been problematic in a while. And I'd say, no, I don't think of her as a drama channel. Now I do. See, now my opinion changed just like that from watching one KathleenLights video. So anyway, whoo! Let's talk about Shane Dawson and his buffoonery for a second. Okay, I am so over Shane Dawson. and him treating his audience like they are all just fools, just dumb as a box. He thinks his audience is so dumb. So if you are one of his fans, I just want you to know, the person that you look up to thinks you're a straight up idiot, okay? He just does. Shane Dawson gets in this Instagram story. Now, I can't show this stuff because Shane Dawson, he includes all of these things, hold on a second, that people have sent him. It's real nice stuff. Okay, somebody sent him this book, and somebody sent him this painting, and he's showing all this kind of stuff, right? But then he goes in, and he says, here, I want to read to you what he says. He says, I think that's where my obsession with knickknacks came from. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. Just filling my house with things that make me happy when I look at them. Girl, please, okay? That's probably unhealthy, but I mean, F it. Haha. I don't even understand it. What is unhealthy about looking at something that makes you happy? What's unhealthy about happiness? I don't think much, okay? Here it is again, another manipulation tactic, and I hadn't yet slid to the next part of the Instagram story to see where the manipulation tactic of Shane Dawson was going to lie, right? So I go to the next one. Oh, here it is. Look, picture. This is like the fourth picture, okay? Slide over. Oh, there it is. There's the manipulation tactic. Find Shane's manipulation tactic, like, where's Waldo? Here it is, okay? More of my knickknacks in Ryland's new video. Ha ha. Our house needs help is Ryland's new video, okay? You know, back in the day, when Shane Dawson was doing really well, and the mass amount of people really liked Shane, he didn't need to preach out, promote. I mean, he's basically a promoter at this point. He's an extra in Ryland's vlogs, and he's a promoter of his videos. That's what he does, okay? He's no longer a YouTuber. He's a promoter, and he's an extra. So I hope he still has his SAG card, okay? But anyway, back in the day, he didn't need to shout out Ryland's videos, and he did not shout out Ryland's videos like this, okay? He did not. So this, to me, now, is like Shane's way again. You can't just, like, he's going to have to promote this and push this out and put himself in the middle of it again. And, of course, it's all about his knickknacks. I love knickknacks. They make me so happy. So do I, girl. I got a table full of candles over here, okay? What does that make me? Happy? I guess. Gay? Sure. Okay. So anyway, it doesn't make me an interior decorator, I'll tell you that, just because I got a Bath & Body Works candle, okay? And I like knickknacks too. So Shane goes in here, and it's just him promoting Ryland's video again. And I'm like, girl, you know, if you want to come back to the internet, hey, that's fine, okay? Come back. The people that don't like you, they don't like you, all right? But if you want to come back, start posting stuff regularly. And I know people are like, oh, no. No, hear me out, okay? If you're going to come out and you're going to promote Ryland's video, I think the last time he came out was the last time that he promoted Ryland's video, okay? So you're going to come out, and every time you post on Instagram story, it's just to promote something, and you don't see how scammy that looks, okay, or how manipulative that looks. Why don't you start posting on a regular basis, and then maybe people wouldn't say that it seems that way. Except for that you don't really care to post on social media because you don't really care about your audience. You don't really care to interact with any of them. You just really want to promote Ryland's video. That's all it really is, okay? And let's figure out a way to get all of my audience that's still out there buying my mystery boxes and doing all this kind of, because he just had some new mystery boxes come out. I thought you sold out of them. How can you turn around and have new mystery boxes when you sold out of them? And this is just where it, to me, is like, Shane Dawson, you haven't learned anything. You haven't learned one damn thing. So anyway, that's the Shane Dawson thing. Let's get to this James Charles thing. I was sitting there. Woo! It's hotter than a sinner in church on Sunday that just confessed their sins, and I ought to know. But let me tell you something. She's not a Christian! Oh, that was a backwards flip. Oh my God! Well, 3 times the charm didn't work. Oh my God, that was so good. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to do this roller skating, and you guys listen, I'm leaving the YouTubes, okay? I'm going to get me ow, damn it, Janet. I'm going to get me TikTok famous, and I'm going to be flipping fans 4 at a time while I'm roller skating down the street to Donna Summer hot stuff. Don't think I'm not, okay? So I'm sitting over there at the computer, right, putting in my vlog, which I dated July 4th 2 days in a row. I don't know why. But anyway, so I'm over there and I'm like, what's happened to James Charles? He posted that one video about let's have an open conversation, which, by the way, did you notice? What's this new tactic that he's doing where he sits real left to center? Can somebody explain that to me? You know, when I watched the Spike Lee movie years ago for a film class called Crooklyn, did you ever see that movie Crooklyn? Oh, it's fantastic. Okay. So years ago, I watched that movie for a film class, and we studied it. And for those of you that don't know, my minor was in film studies. So I can remember being in a class, and they were talking about, or our professor was talking about artistic manipulation that you do, speaking of manipulation, in film, right? To make your audience feel a certain way. And one of the things that he talked about was that at certain scenes in the movie Crooklyn, he would make, Spike Lee would make the camera narrow in or broaden out, so that you felt more kind of like almost claustrophobic while you were watching certain scenes in the movie, okay? Well, I'm sitting there and I'm watching this James Charles open conversation video the other day, and he's like sitting over here left to center again. Do you remember that's what he did in the last video where he came out too? And I'm like, is there something to this? Is there like some study that if you're in a video and you sit a little off cue, because if you look at all of James Charles' videos, and I do not for 1 second believe, show your studio, James. Show your studio, because I do not believe for 1 second he doesn't have an X on the floor or something. This guy is such a perfectionist that there is an X on a chair or an X on the wall or something where he knows to sit directly aligned. So when he sits there, okay, he is perfectly aligned for the camera. So then tell me why in the last two videos he's sitting left over here. Okay, is this to be more relatable to his audience? You know, these are all the things where it's like, if you actually did the work, Shane Dawson, James Charles, Jeffree Star, if you, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Tana Mojo, on and on and on, if you all actually did the work to try to improve as human beings, you wouldn't have to prove with all of these manipulation tactics that you really were human and that you really had changed, okay? Like, if you really did change, you wouldn't have to fake it because you really would have changed, see? But you haven't, so you have to do stuff like sit over here. Which, does that make me more human because I sit off center or something like that? I don't get it. But anyway, I went to this James Charles video. You know, let me tell you what was real interesting about this video. If you went to James Charles' video, and I would have to go back and watch my last video about it to see the likes to dislikes ratio. But the likes to dislikes ratio was like, he got like something like, it was ridiculous, like 50,000 likes within like the first hour or two. And then and it was like, I don't know, like 4,000 dislikes or something, but it was like really, I mean, it was like in favor. And all of the comments underneath this video were just glowing and glowing and like, I'm so happy that you're back. And I said in my video that people were sending me comments that were repeats of each other right on top of each other, okay? I mean, top comments that were like, oh, James, I love you so much. Your hair looks so great. You know, peace sign emoji. And then the very next comment would be, oh, James, I love you so much. Your hair looks so great. Peace sign emoji. They were B-O-T. They were bought or paid for. Who knows, okay? I don't know. Did you sell your Tesla? But it was just obvious how faked it was, okay? Well, I think there's this thing on YouTube where the first 24 to 48 hours, you know, it's kind of like you have to keep a close look on that, or close watch on that video to make sure that it looks in your favor. But, because very rarely do drama channels and other people go back 2 weeks later unless it's a video, you know, that's been taken down, like James Charles' video, you know, taking accountability, that video was taken down. It's very rarely do we go back and we look at these videos unless we need a point of reference or we're doing some long video, which, you know, for me, I don't do all that, right? So I went over and I looked at James Charles' video. Let me just tell you what's interesting about this video now, okay? Is that 5 days ago it was posted. It's now at 203 likes and 103 dislikes, okay? 103,000 people disliked this video. That is a really high dislike amount, okay? Not to mention that it's not like, I mean, where did all of these likes, I mean, they like came really fast. And here's the thing for me, it's like, so all these people are watching this video and they like the video, but then what happens over the period of 5 days? I mean, they don't get any, it doesn't get any more likes, it just kind of stops. I don't know, it's very speculative to me. But what's interesting is when you go underneath here and you read the comments, okay? People are letting him have it, and these are the top comments. They're all talking about like his apology and what he's trying to explain to people. And it sounds like, take a drink every time he says that sucks. Someone said Target explaining why they have hiring signs out but don't actually hire people. Someone said the insurance trying to explain why the bill is that high. It goes on, me explaining to my teachers why I forgot to read the night before. Me explaining to my, Me explaining to my class that I don't fart and it was my chair. Me trying to explain to my mom why I didn't do the dishes when I told her I would. I mean, first of all, it's so obvious that James Charles' audience by these remarks is so young. Like we already knew that, but this is really young, right? Me trying to explain to my parents why I don't need to finish school. Dixie explaining why she doesn't do her makeup every day. Me explaining to my parents why they should let me get McDonald's every day. My parents explaining to me why I'm not... Okay, it goes on. Me explaining to my parents why I need a $2,000 laptop for school. This whole video felt like you didn't say a word for 30 minutes. James, please open your eyes for what you said. You've been gone for 3 months and it seems like you have learned nothing. Someone said if we took a shot, and I'm just reading these straight now. If we took a shot every time he says that sucks so much in this video, we'd all be needing a new liver. Oh, okay. Someone said, my cousin and I trying to convince our parents to let us have a sleepover. Companies explaining how June is not a way for them to exploit the LGBTQ plus community. Interesting, for Pride Month. Dude, you should be counting your lucky stars that you aren't. Okay? Seems to me that all you have figured out is how to protect yourself and not what got you where you are in the first place. It's okay to be lonely, but okay. I think it's actually a very well-written comment. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. They refer a 12-step program. When you're an alcoholic, you don't go to a 12-step program for 3 months and think you're cured from drinking. You need serious help before the next time and the last time. Wow. So, people are not happy with James Charles. I don't know what he did and what his PR company did and all those, I don't know who image consultants and all that stuff did to paint a picture that video was so fantastic. But James, it didn't work, okay? And I think he knows that. I think he knows the real result. Hell, you could have just pulled a Gabbie Hanna and just disabled the like to dislike ratio. But then everybody would have called you out for that. So I think it's smart that he kept it open. But like, how many of them were bought? She's not a Christian! Oh, by the way, we have a test. Are you ready? Okay. Here are... Professor Peter is here for the test. Question number 1. What was the song I sang at the beginning of the video? Number 2. How many lip oils is Jaclyn Hill putting out? And number 3. What was the color of Tati's cardigan? I love a good cardigan. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.